Hello friends, my name is Joanne De Omania. I am Bachelor of Elementary Education. I'm here to talk to you about software piracy. Our aim here is just to get some background information on software piracy. I divided my topic into 7 sections. First, I'll go over brief history of software piracy. Then we'll look at the definition of software piracy. Next is the main types of software piracy. Fourth, which are the advantage and disadvantage of software piracy. Then, the conclusion of software piracy, which is the open source software. And lastly, the agencies against software piracy. Okay, let's begin with brief history of software piracy. Before 1980, one could freely copy computer programs and pirate without any legal ramification in a sense. The U.S. Patent Office recognized copyright on computer software, but only the compiled version, not the source code. The Patent Office granted computer programs protection as a literary work. But in a book, you could not copyright particular words, only the work as a whole. Testimony and lobbying by Microsoft founder Bill Gates during the late 1970s finally led to legislation that started to protect software integrity. Okay, let's proceed to the definition of software piracy. So what is software piracy? But before that, let's define what is software. Software can be defined as a generic term of computer programs which operate the computer itself. Also, Microsoft Encarta Dictionary define the word software as programs and applications that can be run on a computer system. And also the word piracy can simply be defined as the unauthorized reproduction, doubling and distributing or use of copyrighted material. So, software piracy is the mislicensing, unauthorized reproduction, and illegal distribution of software, whether for business or personal use. And there are 5 main types of software piracy. The first one is soft-lifting, the second is hard disk loading, and the third one is client-server overuse, the fourth is counterfeiting, and lastly, the online internet piracy. So what is soft-lifting piracy? Soft-lifting is a common type of software piracy in which a legally licensed software program is installed or copied in violation of its licensing agreement. Unlike commercial piracy, the purpose of soft-lifting is to provide the program to multiple users rather than to sell copies for profit. Soft-lifting is also known as end-user piracy or soft-loading. The most common example of soft-lifting are: number 1, providing software to more corporate users than are covered by the license agreement. The second one is installing software license to an organization on home-based computers. The last example is sharing software among friends. The second is hard disk loading. Hard disk loading is commercial software piracy. System builders purchase a legal copy of software, but then reproduce, copy or install the software into computer hard disk. Then a computer is sold with a hard disk containing the pre-installed software. For example, loading Adobe Photoshop illegally to your desktop or laptop, then trying to sell it. Then the third one is client-server overuse. What is client-server overuse? It is installing a program on a server and letting too many clients access and use a program, and also mainly applies to businesses and organizations. The fourth one is counterfeiting. What is counterfeiting? Counterfeiting is illegal duplication and sale of copyrighted materials. It involves providing the box, CDs, and manuals, all designed to look as much like the original product as possible. For example, selling copies of Microsoft Office to friends and the co-workers. And lastly, the online or internet piracy. What is that? The fastest growing form of piracy is internet piracy. It is unauthorized downloading or uploading of software. Internet sites offering infringing software unauthorized sharing of files. Example, download Microsoft without paying for it. So let us proceed to advantage and disadvantage of software piracy. Even though software piracy is illegal, there are definitely some advantage and benefits. One of the main advantage is cost. Pirating software is either free or almost free to the pirates. Another advantage is the fact that pirated software is relatively easy to obtain. Pirates can obtain illegal software off the internet, from a friend's, or purchase it from another country. Many pirates argue that it's much easier to download software illegally over the internet than it is to get in their cars, drive to a retail store, wait in line, and complete the purchase. 3. Easy to acquire. Why? Pirated software is extremely easy to find, whether online or sold openly in foreign countries, or simply provided by friends. In fact, in many cases, it's easier for someone to go online and download an illegal copy of software program than to drive to a store and buy it from a retailer. Number 4. Anonymity. Why? Pirating software is a crime that can be committed without leaving one's house or even interacting with any person. Thus, it is very tempting to commit this victimless crime. The last advantage is profit. Why? Although most software pirates do not profit directly from pirating software, the temptation to make money by selling illegal programs is strong. All one needs to become a software pirate is a CD burner, which now costs as a little $100,000, and the pirate's computer can become a virtual cash cow. So let's move on to the disadvantage of software piracy. Obviously, the main disadvantage of software piracy is the fact that it is illegal. A civil lawsuit could hold you responsible for thousands of dollars in damages. Criminal charges may leave you with a felony record, accompanied by up to 5 years of jail time and fines up to $250,000. If your program is pirated, it may contain viruses, no technical support available, does not qualify for upgrades, may be not complete. In result, pirates usually does not get as much satisfaction above only committing a crime. To avoid pirating a software, the open source software is one of the solutions. Why is it called open source software? Open, collaboration is open to all. Source code is freely shared. In short, open source software or OSS is software that is distributed with source code that may be read or modified by users. The term open source refers to something people can modify and share because its design is publicly accessible. The Linux operating system is one of the best-known examples of open source software technology. So let's go on the different agencies against software piracy. The first one is BSA or Business Software Alliance, the foremost organization promoting the use of unlicensed software is supporting the campaign. The second one is PAPT or Pilipinas Anti-Piracy Team. The Pilipinas Anti-Piracy Team is government-led campaign which aims to significantly reduce software piracy in the country and promote respect for IPR or intellectual property rights. Third is CAST or Canadian Alliance Against Software Theft. It is Canadian trade group affiliated with the BSA. Its mission statement is to reduce software piracy in Canada through education, public policy, and enforcement. I hope you learned something in this video. Thank you for watching.